What's up, YouTube? Man, I'm back with another review. Hey, I am finally doing my final thoughts and review on the DJI Mavic Pro. Man, I got this thing, it's gotta be a month now, but I've been procrastinating on doing a full review of it because I've been playing around with it so much and I just love it to death. And I don't know, it's time. Be sure to check out my review on the Fly More combo bag and the prop guards and the landing gear as well. I do have mixed feelings about this bag, but we're gonna go through everything that comes with the Fly More package. Then I'll give you a short little overview about how I feel about the device. First of all, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a spoiler alert. In my opinion, if you are a beginner drone flyer, and you got the money to spend. Now, let's keep in mind that this Fly More kit costs about $1,200 or $1,300. But if you want the drone by itself with with one battery, controller, and a charger, it's going to run you about $1,000. And of course, you definitely need to either add it to your insurance policy or get the DJI refresh plan. But seriously, if you are a beginner flyer, I can't think of any other drone that you would want to own if you have the money. Now, if you're a beginner flyer and you don't have it in your budget to be able to afford a DJI Mavic, then I really don't know what to tell you. But I'm a beginner flyer and this is my very first drone ever. And yes, I've crashed it 3 times. All 3 of those times I crashed it because I was being stupid. Okay, this drone is almost, in my opinion, it's almost uncrashable if you're adhering to the laws of nature and everything that the remote app will tell you to do. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, this is going to be a great drone for you and you will not crash it. The reason why I say it's a great beginner drone is because within the matter of minutes, I felt somewhat comfortable with it to fly it way up in the air in a way to where I couldn't see it anymore. As far as getting used to controls and everything is just like natural feeling and you get used to it really quick. So in the matter of a day, if you got a cheaper drone, in a matter of a day, you're probably going to want to upgrade to something a lot better. So you've already got it here. You got beginner mode and you got everything that feels comfortable for a beginner. But like I said, within a matter of a day or two, you're going to want to upgrade your drone to be able to fly more. Hence the reason why I got the Fly More package. No, seriously, this thing is awesome. I don't think I could have made a better choice with the budget I had. And let's get into this review, man. So first of all, I did get the Fly More package. Why? Because I knew for a fact that this thing had 27 minutes worth of flying time with one battery. Each battery costs about $80 to $100, right? So if I buy the drone and I buy 2 more batteries, it was $1,200 plus whatever extras I needed, right? So why not get the Fly More package with the 2 extra batteries and everything else? So let's get into this thing. First of all, it comes with this bag. This bag is actually pretty awesome. I've actually been using it recently and I don't take back anything I said in the video prior to this, but I do like the bag. It's just, in my opinion, it's a little bit tight fitting, but it kind of stretches out and you actually get used to it. So I've actually been using it a lot more, but there are other bags out there. This one's very convenient. It opens up just like that. And we're just gonna unpack the bag. That way we can review everything that's in it. So as I'm unpacking the bag, I'm gonna pull out the drone first. And yes, I do have my landing gear on my drone. And I'll just unfold it just like this. All right, it unfolds just like that. And I do have the joystick guard on here as well. This does not come with your little Fly More package, okay? Just letting you know. All right, so these 2 compartments are empty, and then you got a little mesh pocket right here. And in here is where I keep the USB cable that it comes with, extra microfiber cleaning cloth. I don't think it comes with that. You get 2 sets of extra props. I got my 2 sets in here. That part is empty, and then in here is where I actually keep my 2 extra batteries. I'll just set those, I'll stack them right there. And on the sides, I have nothing. You got these 2 mesh pockets on the side here. Okay, so the bag is empty. Great quality bag, and it does fit everything you actually need to carry with you. I don't put my chargers in here, my car charger. I keep my car charger, which it actually comes with, in my trunk, okay? Because it's a car. You're not supposed to really carry this thing around. I keep my home charger at home. It actually charges, bring this down a notch. It actually charges 4 batteries at the same time. Now, when you put 4 batteries on here, or when you put multiple batteries on here, I think it'll kind of trickle charge all the other ones just a little bit, but then it focuses on one battery. Some people says it only charges one battery at a time, but I've seen all the lights come on and start blinking at the beginning, and then it focuses on one battery, telling me that it's going to charge one battery first so you can get going, and then it'll go in whatever order it needs to go to charge all the rest of them. But you got 4 batteries you can charge here all at one time. I don't have 4 batteries, so I've only charged 3 at a time. Now, when we talk about charging, you get this little block right here. I had a hard time figuring out what use I would have for this. Initially, I thought that I would be able to charge one of these extra batteries, just plug it in here. Then I could put my portable battery charger in, plug it in here, and then it would actually charge the battery up. No, it does not work like that. This little contraption right here is actually designed to use this as a portable power bank, which I think is kind of silly because you want all the juice you can get out of these batteries. You only got, 1, 2, or 3 batteries, so you want all the juice out of them. I guess in a super duper emergency case, if you don't have a portable charger for your phone or a car charger for your phone or anything like that, you can use this to grab some juice off of your Mavic Pro battery and transfer it to your phone. But I don't really see the use of this thing, so I'm gonna put it right here and probably never use it again. So you get 2 batteries. Also, the Flymore bag comes with a quick detach strap here. This portion actually stays on the outside clips on the bag. It loops around in there, and then this is your quick detach clip here on both sides. As I said before, you get 2 sets of props here and your USB cable for charging of your remote. Now let's go over the remote here. Let me take this out. Let me take this guard off right here. Now I really like this remote simply because it's almost like holding a game controller. You just kind of open it up like that. It almost looks like a little transformer. You do get multiple cables. One for your mini USB, which is pretty much any Android device. You get a USB-C and you get a lightning cable, and it just plugs in the side here. This is also where you would plug in to charge the controller itself. So I've been using my my Galaxy S7, so it does have this little grippy surface in here, and it's just in the palm of your hands and everything's ready to go. I like the way this feels. It feels very comfortable. It's got these triggers on the bottom, then you got your wheels right here for controlling. Yeah, great controller. Now speaking of controller, it's designed to use with your cell phone, but if you've got like an iPad mini, or this is a Galaxy Tab S2 I believe it is, you can actually run your USB cable through this bottom right here, and you can plug in USB right there. Then you can bring around this micro USB cable, plug it into there, and now this thing opens up just wide enough to where you can slide this thing all the way in here with no problems. I'll show you just like this. So you just slide it in there just like that, and it goes all the way to the top, and it's locked in there. I've actually flown with this. This is actually my preferred way to fly because I have such a big surface here and a big screen so I can see stuff. The phone I just started using just for more portability because most of my bags do not hold a tablet, and you've always got your phone with you. One thing I do not appreciate is that it seems like the controller actually charges the device that you're using via, whether it's your cell phone or your tablet. I believe that you should be able to turn that off. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, show me how. I don't think you can turn that off. I'm really not sure. So I would love to be able to turn that off because I don't want to steal battery power from your controller. Now, as far as the battery power in the controller itself, I do think that you can get about, I don't know, 5 or 6 flights out of this thing. So, I mean, that's plenty to where you don't have to charge it every single time. But I definitely don't want to be robbed of my flying time, in my controller, just simply because, this thing was trying to charge up some stuff it shouldn't have been. One more thing, you can actually fly with or without a cellular device. So you can just pick this controller up and fly, okay? You don't have to have your screen with it. You do have a shutter button right here so you can take pictures, and then you got your record button. You got to return to home, power, pretty much everything you need to fly is actually on this controller, so you do not need a tablet or a cell phone. However, I do not believe you can use the intelligent flight modes just with the controller. I think that's special for your tablet or phone. Other than that, man, fantastic controller, great design, love it, super portable. Now let's get to the star of the show here. So you got your Mavic, right? Let me go ahead and take this gimbal cover off. All right, so since I got it in my hands, you got your clear gimbal cover, and you got your rubberized little guard right here. So this rubber thing is nothing special. It's just here to keep your plastic from getting scratched. I recommend you do not fly with this thing on your Mavic. Maybe for your first couple of flights as you're getting used to it, just in case, right? But I recommend you do not fly with this thing on because it will cause some, I'm not going to say overheating, but it will cause your gimbal and your motor to get a little hotter than it's supposed to be. It does have a little air pocket right here, a little air hole, but I don't trust that. You know, I'd rather have, you know, full air blowing into my fan there. So do not fly with this thing on. It's just for protection in transit. Also, this thing has a little gimbal guard in here. You just pinch that off like that, and you got to be careful sliding that thing in there. It slides in a specific way, so it's hard to show on camera, but make sure you pay attention to how this thing comes off and put it on very gently. And you only use this when you're in transit as well, because this will actually mess up your gimbal if you try to fly with this thing on. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure it will fly with this thing on. It's not supposed to be on while you're flying. All right, so once you've assembled this thing, you got your blades on and you're all unfolded and ready to go. Remember, I actually have my landing gear on here. I just opted not to take it off for this video, but it does not come with that. It actually sits really low to the ground, which I do not prefer. I prefer this landing gear over any others because it's got 4 points of contact with the ground. It raises it up just enough to where you're not going to damage anything, and I just think it's awesome. But to kind of take a walk around this thing, of course you got your batteries. Once again, you got 3 of them. Okay, so you got 3 batteries right here, and they have indicator lights, each representing 25% of a charge. Okay, so let me put these 2 down, and then you can just tap on your button right there to see how much charge you got. Now, when this thing is actually inside of the drone, it just clicks in like that. And you use these 2 little buttons to take it off and pull. But once it's inside of the drone, you press 1 time and then you press again and hold, and that actually turns on the drone. Then it goes through its little cycle, kind of kicks the propellers, and then the gimbal starts doing all kinds of crazy tricks, and then it says, "Hello, I'm ready to fly." And that's it, man. You're ready to fly. You have this controller on. It does all the work for you. And that's why I say this is a great beginner drone, because I mean, the setup is super simple. There's not much to it. You just download your app. The DJI Go 4 app is what you would need to use for this. Let me turn this off before it starts doing something crazy. It would happen on a video, right? Malfunction, chop my face off or something like that. But yeah, so you just download the app, make sure you got all the updates and everything, and it tells you how to fly. There's a beginner mode, there's a tripod mode, which I suggest you fly in. If you take it out of beginner mode and you're still a beginner, you might want to put it into tripod mode just for a little while, because it actually moves a little more fluid and slower, so everything's not jerky and super responsive. That way you don't fly in any trees or anything like that. But there's tripod mode, there's follow me. The follow me feature is so awesome, man. I've made so many videos. I use this thing quite a bit. It's not just a toy for me. I love flying and just goofing off, but I actually use this in quite a few of my videos. I have a vlog channel which I've put, you know, several videos of, you know, me just playing around with this thing. I'll link to those. Oh, my bad. Follow me and Active Track are 2 different features. Okay, let's talk about Active Track, because that's my favorite feature, Active Track. This is where you're actually relatively close to the drone, right? We're saying, I don't know, just 20 feet or so, right? And you really want it to just kind of follow your activity. Now, you can't be moving all super fast and stuff like that, like jerking it and trying to fake it out. But it will fly up and it will kind of follow you around. There's 3 different modes for the Active Track. There's 3 different modes in the Active Track settings where you can have it kind of follow you on a profile, or follow behind you, or in front. And I forget what the other one is called, but there's 3. And the one I've used the most is one where it just kind of follows behind you, okay? And basically, you just draw a little square, tap what you want it to follow, and it just follows it. Now, once again, you can't be trying to fake the thing out. It does have its flaws where it can't really, if it gets over the object it's following, it's gonna lose it, and it might catch it again, but 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to reset it. But for the most part, man, I found this as a great, useful feature. I've used it in a lot of other videos, whether it be reviews or my personal vlogs. Favorite feature, hands down, of this thing. Actually, that's really why I wanted this thing, to be honest with you. It was foldable, super portable, and it could follow me, because we're going on vacation soon, and I wanted to, you know, have the drone kind of follow us and do certain things. So that was my favorite feature before I even got it, and it proved itself as still my favorite feature. Okay, now moving on to the follow me feature. The follow me feature works off of GPS. I do have my negative thoughts about the follow me feature. The GPS signal on this thing always drops. It seems like I was walking through my neighborhood, had the drone flying way up in the sky, put on the follow me mode, every single time I walked under a tree, it lost me. So I'm not sure if there's been an update to this, but it kind of sucks as far as like going through trees. And I'm not talking about thick tree, coverings overhead. I'm talking about just a few leaves hanging over, just, in and out of the shade. It just loses me. So it hasn't worked for me very well. Not sure how I'm going to trust this feature in the future unless they do some updates to it, but it does work when there's a clear view between you and the drone. It will follow you from high up above using the GPS tracking, which is called following. Like I said, it has all types of different intelligent flight settings, making it just super easy to use for anyone who wants to play around with a drone for the first time. Now I know you spend a G on this thing, you wouldn't expect it to be for beginners. Hey, I'm a beginner. I love this thing. It's super easy to fly. I've loved it since day one. As far as portability goes, I don't think nothing matches it, man. Now I'm sure they're trying to take other drones and make them just as awesome as this one, but I think DJI hit a home run with this thing, man. It is so awesome. It looks cool. It has advanced features where you're not going to need to upgrade your drone after a couple of uses or even after a year. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to come out with a Mavic 2, but I don't know what else they're going to do other than add more sensors to it, maybe on the sides and back, or maybe even the top. I think they got it right with this one. The camera, oh man, the camera is excellent. Now, some people out there will say, the camera leaves more to be desired. I would compare it to a really good cell phone camera. It is better than my Galaxy S7 camera, that's for sure. It shoots 4K video at, I believe, 24 frames per second. The panning is awesome. The stabilization is impeccable. I mean, this thing, it's crazy how stable this thing is. A lot of my shots that I've used in my video, you would think I had a regular SLR on a tripod. No, it was shot with the drone. So that's what I love about this thing. It's like having an extra person with me while I'm doing all my videos and stuff. And like I said, I use it for a lot of my videos and things of that nature for creation. And every once in a while when I just want to get out there and just play around, it's a fun toy to play with. This thing flies up to 4 miles out, up to 40 miles an hour. That's just nuts, okay? You can't see it past, so many hundred feet. And it's just gone, okay? Then you just look at your tablet and see where you are. You can go exploring all kinds of stuff. I love this thing, man. Hey, you know what? If you're like a professional droney and you have all types of high-dollar drones, maybe this is not the drone for you. But if you're, new to drones or a beginner or somebody who just wants a cool freaking toy to play with, this is the drone for you. I've been loving it. It's definitely hands down my favorite piece of tech of 2017. I don't think anything is going to come out to beat this as far as like my favorite tech. This just tells me how far into the future we are. This is a consumer product that anybody can go out and buy. You need to register it, by the way. Anybody can go out and buy it and have a great time with it and see how far into the future we are. You can fly, a mile or two out and look at the world in 4K. Fly with the birds and everything else. It's just nuts. It just freaks me out how far into the future we are. Then after you're done flying, doing all the exploring, all you gotta do is fold this thing up and put it in your pocket or back in your Fly More bag if you want to. And then you're done. That's something that's been really cool about this thing. The setup is so easy. I've been able to just, pop out of my car and literally start flying within the matter of maybe a minute or two. It wasn't some super big setup. I didn't have to carry around some big briefcase. That is a huge benefit of having this thing. It's just a remarkable piece of technology. And like I said, it gets my approval 100%. I say go out and buy you a DJI Mavic Pro. If you got the money, spend that money, man. It's worth it, 100%. Hey, I ain't never claimed to be an expert in this kind of stuff. I'm just a dude flying a drone. But before I go, I'm gonna need you to tap on that like button and smash on that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the sky later.